Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
How old am I right now? 25.
Oh,
So
you're
I'll be,
old.
yeah.
You'll be my age.
Oh wow, you're old, Kuya. How does it feel, RJ, to be 25 still feel young? Like,
Right? Do you wake up and you're like, you get like the muscle
the
popping?
I feel old because so I haven't we used to drink a lot, me,
Mhm.
Kuya Matt, and I feel so strong. We
Yeah.
used to drink until we pass out. And
Really?
and when I was on my early 20s, like 21, 22, I would always laugh at him for always passing out before me.
Mhm.
And then now I'm that like 25, and I start drinking. Maybe I take 3 or 4 shots, and I feel. And then the next day I feel so just horrible. I'm like, and then I thought about, so this is what they felt when they were 25 and they're drinking with me.
Mhm.
Now I can imagine, oh, this is how to be old. But going back to the 5 year thing,
Okay.
where I see myself, of course, I think I'm still gonna be on the same job. I have actually like what I do. They created the job for me. I didn't even know. I didn't even realize I was gonna do this job, and it's working with like a purpose because we work with water,
Yeah.
and we need water to survive. So definitely, I'll be in that company for at least for in the next 5 years. Hopefully, if they don't get rid of me,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say I want to work on my master's degree,
Okay.
but I just haven't seen the practicality about it
Mhm.
yet. So that's one option. But it's just so expensive that it doesn't make sense for
Yes.
me take that risk.
Yes.
What if I don't finish that and then just take the
Okay.
loan, and that's gonna affect me? I'm hoping I'm married by then, by 30. So I guess that's how I see how I see myself in the next 5 years. I'll be old, 30, like you, Payment.
Dinosaur.
But 30, I would say 30 is when you find your right, I mean, the right one,
Mhm.
the right
Yes.
partner. I think 30 is just, it's like a reset.
Mhm.
I'll tell you that. It's a reset. You'll find things different in different way.
Yeah.
So it'll be exciting.
Where do you see yourself, RJ, in 5 years?
5 years. 6'2".
6 feet two.
6'2", making buku money, as he told me. No, honestly, truly, I normally am such a forward thinker. Like, see
Mhm.
myself 20 years down the road. Some things have happened in my personal life in the last 2 years that kind of have slowed me down. So right now, I am just more like trying to switch the gears a little bit and enjoy the current
Mhm.
moment.
Mhm.
So in the next 5 years, normally I would have like I'm going to be here, I'm going to do this.
Mhm.
I don't have that kind of answer.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to speak into existence that I will be happy, that I will be successful, that I will make hopefully a great impact in the world. You can expect that kind of answer.
Mhm.
I don't know. I do want to go back for my master's, but I don't know what that's going to be in. So I'm just kind of seeing what the world kind of throws at me and what kind of.
Yeah, I'm waiting for RJ to do his master's so we can do it at the same time.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, one fun fact. We have the same degree in college. That's why, yeah.
How did this come about? Why did you switch the degrees? Because originally you were on a different path, and then you switched to my degree.
So back then,
Because he missed you, RJ.
yeah, and then that's part of it.
Uh-huh.
Just for today. So I graduated at Wake Tech 1st
Mhm.
with associates in engineering. Because back then I didn't really know what I would do. I just did engineering because the people keep saying, "Oh, you're good with math. Maybe you're gonna be
Yeah.
good in engineering." But once I moved to NC State, so I took civil engineering for a year there. That's my junior year, and as I progressed, I feel like, is this what the job I want to do in the future? Because it's you thought it would be a lot of design. I mean, there's gonna be a design part, but it's gonna be 90% computations and paperwork, and I feel like that would stress me a lot in the future. I was more looking into the design part, and then this is how I reminisce with RJ. RJ, I'm having this dilemma. Like, I'm not happy with what I'm taking right now. And then he introduced me to his degree, which is the technology design and engineering. So this is more of the design part, right? So I had like maybe 2 or 3 months debating if I should switch,
Mhm.
and then I just kept talking to RJ, and then he was able to make me switch, and I was happy with the choice I made,
Mhm.
and that's why I kept RJ.
Honor. I don't think I've ever told you why I even selected that major. I don't think you know the history about
No,
that.
no.
So originally, I'll go back to high school. I am not a good test taker. I have test anxiety. I'm not the dumbest person in the room, but I'm not the smartest person in the room either. But you put a test in front of me, I will freak out and like my brain goes.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so standardized tests were not my thing.
I'm not a good
Fortunately-
test taker either,
But you're pretty smart though.
but I'm not a good test taker.
Yeah.
Like I've had friends who I think I understand the chapter or the topic more.
Mhm.
When test comes, they get a higher score than me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it doesn't mean if you're getting bad scores. It just means you have a different style on showing what you can do.
Exactly.
In reality, you don't need to take tests. Like if
No.
as long as you know the job and you know that you're doing right and you're following protocols and in real world everything is already established. You just have to know how to follow instructions
Right.
Yeah.
and how to
Find your resources.
find your
Mhm.
resources and then take action.
Because on a test, like a test, it's always most of the time it's closed book. But in reality, once you're outside, you have access to
your
everything.
own
Yeah.
you'll do your own research anyway.
Mhm.
But over here, standardized tests, at least before the pandemic, that was a big thing that kind of makes or breaks you.
Yeah.
So standardized tests, I scored decent, but I wasn't like the highest performing one. So of course, you have to apply to go to college and all that good stuff. So I applied to a few schools, I got into some, and some I did not get into. And at the same time, I was kind of stressing out which path I want to take, which school I really wanted to go to. But college is not cheap.
No.
And just so happened around like my senior year, like the last 2 months or so,
Mhm.
our counselor reached out to me regarding a scholarship, and
Uh-huh.
I got a full ride or
Mhm.
a
Oh.
full paid scholarship to go to any like a HBCU school
Mhm.
that would cover all my classes. Well, of course, your first 2 years is just general ed classes,
Mhm.
so technically, I can take this scholarship, pay, have it basically a free ride. So I went to an HBCU
Mhm.
my first year. All expenses paid for. I got all my gen ed, passed or whatever. And then I transferred to a bigger university, of course. And originally, I was declaring computer science. What people don't know is I had a little pushback with the university because they did not want to let me in. And so, if you know me, I'm a fighter. I'm going to fight you. Tell me why. And I literally was told to my face by the admissions counselor he doubt very heavily that I would be accepted into NC State. I said, you've never seen it before, but you will see it this time.
Mhm.
And I'm a very spiritual person, so I prayed about it. I fasted about it. And Lord forbid, I got to accept this letter from NC State.
Mhm.
And I started, that summertime. So while I wanted to go into computer science, there was a little bit of pushback on if I could get in and all that good stuff. And I was talking to a different person, and they actually recommended the program that we ultimately did, technology, engineering, designing. And they said, the biggest thing is it's the same computer science, but less
Theoretical.
Mhm.
theory classes, and you get more hands-on. So that is how I
Mhm.
came up with our program.
Oh.
So it was not easy for me.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just remembering that now that you actually didn't attend NC State for 4 years,
mhm,
because I remember you were in university.
mhm.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. But at least we made it. And